Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another PGR reaction. Today we have Ideal Cage Battle. Apparently this was a chunk that was cut from Steel Heart, which I didn't know about. At least that's what ZFF Railgun said. I don't know if that's like 100% accurate or if it was like phrased weird, but apparently this song is supposed to be a part of that collection of music, and it wasn't for whatever reason, so I'm gonna have to figure out how this fits in. I did re-listen to Steel Heart just to make sure I'm like fully context ready, but I've got to hear what this is supposed to be. So I guess without further ado, let's go. Oh my god, the whiplash. Okay. Okay, who called every rock band from the 2000s and the 90s like this is very Godsmack coded. It's very Godsmack. Maybe even a little bit of like Pantera in there. All right, I hear the snare. I feel what it's bringing. But also, Jesus Christ. Okay. That's sick. That's pretty good. Oh, man. That's catchy. That's a catchy riff. And I think what's like dangerous about it is that it does feel so familiar. Five Finger Death Punch. Like, yes, Godsmack for sure, but it feels very Five Finger Death Punch. Yeah. I can even hear the vocalist in there, like, in my mind. Though this style of chug was very common in the rock scene for the, like, 90s, 2000s, so... It's really fun, like, buzz roll there. I love the breakdown feel at this part, too. It's just... It just locks you right into it. Like, I'm not even a guitarist, and I'm playing the air guitar. That's when you know it's a super catchy riff. It even has some of the, like, mixing stereotypes that they used at that time, too. That must have been on purpose, like, for real. I realized what song it was reminding me of. It was Wash It All Away by Five Finger Death Punch. That song was like in 2015 or so, but let's be honest, Five Finger Death Punch's sound has never evolved. They've never gotten better as a band. They just keep playing the exact same shit. And while that is definitely fine, it locks you into an era of, oh, they're gonna be a safe option for those of you who don't want to expand your musical knowledge, which is most people who are listening to Five Finger Death Punch. That really sounds like a call out to the fans of Five Finger Death Punch. I used to be a fan for a long time. I really enjoyed their sound, but when I realized that all of their songs were the same thing, I was like, okay, and I just kind of moved on. I still think they're fine. Some of their older songs especially are fun to listen to still, but you definitely start hitting this point where you're like, okay, that's all you do. You have the One Trick Pony band every once in a while. I think a lot of people think the same way about groups like Dragon Force, for example. All of their songs are kind of samey, but that's also all of power metal. That doesn't mean power metal's bad, but enough defending it. In general, Five Finger Death Punch needs to do something else other than covers of other people who are more talented. I promise I'm done shitting on them though. This song was fun for its own reasons, and I like that a lot of the mixing in here too, like the general production of this song sounded like that era, which to me is a very nostalgic era of rock because I was listening to a lot of early rock, or at least in that era of like heavy rock and nu metal. So the backbone of this song is very familiar to me and I already like it because of that. But in general, it was a good rhythm. Like all of the chugs, all of the patterning in here was just fucking perfect for that sort of energy. Something that you want people to be like, hell yeah, brother, let's go. Like that's exactly what you're trying to get somebody to feel when you're listening to a song like this. You're not trying to be technical, you're going for the lowest common denominator, but that's because brain go burr when the lowest common denominator. That's why we have pop music and such too. Again, doesn't mean it's bad, it just means that they're hitting all the marks that make that one specific emotion the strongest. And for this one, it's the hell yeah, brother level of, it's the same reaction when like dudes see like ice crash on the ground into a million pieces when we're all like, oh yeah, it's the same reaction. It's the monkey brain shit where we're just like, you know what, this is simple, but it's cool. It has the rule of cool locked into it, and it's just by design. So I think this is perfect for a song that's supposed to play during a battle. It's something that can play on safely in the background. It's really catchy, enough to catch your brain and keep you interested, but also not so distracting with technical stuff that you're getting distracted by the music and not paying attention to the fight in front of you. This is the perfect sort of song for that. And back on the production of stuff, they had a lot of low end in this, which is really what gave it that like early 2000s rock feel, a little bit more of that Pantera edge to it because of that thickness. Godsmack as well. They always have this heaviness on their low end. They really love to lean into their rhythm guitars and just have everything on the low end. Bass, rhythm, drums, that's it. Especially without the addition of vocals for this section. It's just music. This could easily be put onto any of those bands like as an instrumental track, just like a hidden bonus track. Nobody would ask the question. They'd be like, oh yeah, this is just something that they, played and they didn't really make a full song out of. It fits right in there. And again, it's got that rule of cool. It's riff driven, it's heavy, it just makes your brain go burr. It's perfect for this genre, it's perfect for a battle, and they really did a nice job with it. Also, that fucking snare, that snare fill, ooh, it's just like, ooh, I don't hear that much anymore. Especially, not a lot of bands want to do that sort of thing because it's something that could easily be done at the wrong point. They used it very well in here, but a lot of drummers just kind of love throwing in accent stuff where it doesn't really make sense. And for this one, it was used as kind of like a bridge into the next section of the song, as it should be at the end of a phrase, at the end of a section. And they used it sparingly. They only used it like 3 times, and this was a repeated track. So technically once, when you really break it down. So it's a very nice addition, and it feels really good because it also kind of revs you into the next section, and it just keeps that energy going. They really did a good job. I'm surprised. I haven't heard a song that does this flavor of rock quite yet in any of the games I've heard. I've heard a lot of rock songs, and a lot of them who are like riff-driven, classic rock, but this is a very specific subgenre of that era of rock that they nailed, and I think it was just somebody who was like, I've got an idea, I have this rhythm in my head, I want to get this vibe for this song, let's go with this one, this like random work in progress that I've had just sitting in the wings for a while, and I think it'll work well here. And they're right, it works really well here. Aside from at the very beginning, I do kind of fail to see where this would fit in with Steelheart. I feel like maybe it was supposed to separate the first and second parts, like at the same time, I don't think it would really fit in like a natural way. I think the blend that they made for Steelheart makes a lot more sense as one piece. For this one, it would feel strange trying to cut this in anywhere. So if this was cut out from technically a trio of music, I think that that was a good idea because I don't think this really fits that context whatsoever. This really does feel like it's a separate thing happening in a separate room and we don't need to worry about it, you know, just like let it be its own thing. And I think they did that by just leaving it out of there because you lose the emotional weight of the other one if you were to go to this in between. If you were to start with this and then try to soften it and then soften it further, it would be too long. So like, I think they did a good job if this is a part of that as a trio. I really, again, don't know exactly how this was supposed to fit in there. I don't feel like it does at all, but I can kind of hear it at the beginning, so probably like it's supposed to be during the fight, but I just don't know exactly how they would incorporate that into the other two. But I also think that's about all I gotta say on this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else from PGR, by all means drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you don't want to do any of that and maybe you just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!